Hello. Whew. Today got me. I'm gotta tell you, over the years, lots of people have asked me um, how it is that I can listen all day long for hours at a time to people's breakdowns, their issues, their stuck spots, and you know, doesn't it exhaust me? Don't I go to bed completely wiped out, or let it upset me? And well, the truth is, it actually gives me energy. I've always really appreciated that I get to do this work where I get to support people, and I've felt really blessed and lucky, and yeah, it's always been really enjoyable. This time, this season is like a whole new ballgame. Uh, the fear about the money and what's happening in the markets and what's happening with the staying at home, and the fear about the uh, getting sick and the people they love. And honestly, I think so much of it is the uncertainty. And so much of my conversation is around trust and faith and being grounded and finding your grounding again and finding your grounding again and noticing when you're afraid and noticing when you're hooked and over and over and over. And I got to tell you, today, by the end, I was just wiped out. And so you can probably hear I am in nature with my friend Chuck. I'm sparing you the walking camera today because honestly it just felt too hard. Sometimes you have to make allowances. So I'm sitting on a rock. A nice, oops, can't tell because my hand's there. Sorry about that. Sitting on a rock, a big stone, and popping on to tell you a little bit about some ways you can ground. I'll do that tomorrow. Today, I just want you to know that it's okay wherever you are. The most important work right now is for you to tune in. I talked to 3 different CEOs today, and I had the same conversation with all of them. This is the time for you to be the CEO. You get to have your own reactions, your own feelings, your own body sensations, your own triggers, your own whatever. But then, when it's time to be the leader of your business, you have to have worked all that out, and your job is to work that out. That's the job. Because in order to be CEO, you have to think strategically. You have to think about what's important for the business. You have to be able to support people with their own head trash, with their own mindset, with their own fear. You got to be there. And that means you've got to be responsible for your own self. This is the same for parents. I have a lot of clients with young children, and one of the little ones didn't want to go outside today. And part of the responsibility is to get curious, get in their world, support them, hug them, help them know everything's okay. And then go outside if that's a possibility. Try again tomorrow. The most available grounding for you is outside. Somebody showed me a picture of their window the other day when I recommended this, and it was a snow-packed area. And I got pictures of myself grounding in the snow. Here's what it looks like. You sit down in the snow. You take your shoes off because grounding doesn't happen through rubber soles, or you really need to get with nature. And I find the easiest way to do that is by putting your feet in the dirt, putting your feet in the snow if it means that. And in order to do that, first you have to notice that you're out. Notice, pay attention. Set your alarm for 3 times a day to check in. Oh, I told you I was going to give you all these tomorrow, but what the heck, I'll give them to you now. Today I have to take my own advice. And that looks like getting out in nature. It looks like sitting on a rock instead of walking and talking and maximizing my time. It looks like lots of deep breaths. It looks like meditating. It looks like speaking to my higher power. We have to access our higher powers. We have to pray this is a time when we need to resource beyond our own fragile understanding. We've got to trust something bigger is at play and trust that we have what we need. So if I can support you, some time has opened up. I just found out that another client has canceled in-person work indefinitely, which I understand. It just means that I have more time on my calendar. So let me know if I can support you, and I'll see you again soon.